afternoon. Don't ask. I don't know. How's everybody doing today? Let me just turn the aircon off so I can think. It's very loud. Oh, there we go. Hey, you finally made it on time for once, indeed. Hi. Hello, Annie. Hello, Guarid. Thank you for the stickers, Annie. Hi, Lafty. How is? How's everyone doing today? Hopefully a little bit more with it than I am. Hopefully. We will see, I guess. Lafty, you're good, working a little slower than yesterday. As in just more laid back, or as in work is going a little slow today? Faye, you would ask how you are, but you're gonna guess, yeah, I am sore. I have taken a bunch of medication. I'm pretty much out, though, frustratingly. But I took what I could before the stream, so hopefully that will help. Hi Kenny, how you doing today? Cute mug, thank you. So I have two of these mugs, one that has a yellow rim around the bottom and one that has a green or blue rim, depending on how you perceive colour. I think I usually have the blue one on the stream. Glarid, you've been building a cat wheel for hours. You feel tired but super masculine. Fair enough. Hope it helps. Yeah, sadly pain medication never really helps, but it's just one of those things of like, if I don't take it when the pain's bad and then I go to the doctor and they're like, oh, so have you been taking the medication? And I say no, because it's not helping. They're like, well, you need to take it. So now whenever I'm bad, I take the medication so that when I go to the doctor and they're like, did you take the meds? I'm like, yeah, they didn't help. Part of the game you have to play as a chronically ill person is basically doing what you're told, even if it doesn't make any sense, which is a lot of fun. Maybe you shouldn't stream for the whole 3 hours. I will stream for as long as I feel I am able to. If I have to stop early, then I have to stop early. That's fine. And of course, I always make myself stop at 7 o'clock anyway. Hope I'm doing well today. I'm just tired. I slept for almost 12 hours. I think my body is finally kind of having the sleep crash that it needed. But I woke up in a lot of pain today. I was in quite a lot of pain yesterday. It was kind of ramping up as yesterday went on, and just hit me like a ton of bricks this morning. Is what it is. Hello, yeah. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Hi. Sleep is good at least. Yeah. Sounds like I need more cuddles from Arthur. Yeah, he was quite cuddly this morning. I don't know where he's gone. Probably outside. Make sure you're looking after yourself. Health is important. It is. It really is. I am doing my best. Generally, I have been cutting down on... I've been cutting down on caffeine as a whole. And only having caffeine kind of first thing in the morning. Today is an exception, so I'm having my coffee now over the stream, but I think that's okay. I'm also having an energy drink for the first time in a while, which will hopefully help keep me with it for a little longer, but we'll see. Don't worry about the name. You've got a question? Sure. I mean, tell me how to pronounce your name. Have I eaten or had a shake? Yeah, I had protein. Well, I had a smoothie. I had a kind of lightweight smoothie because I wasn't really feeling up to eating very much. when I got up. Hi Paul, how you doing today? Am I perhaps AI generated? Oh, you foiled that. I'm slightly out of focus AI. Good job. Well done for spotting it. Yeah, I'm in fact 60-year-old granny in a basement. Don't know why you're keeping a granny in a basement. You've been merging. Oh dear. How high is your score? I actually haven't played Merge in a while. Probably should. I need to try and improve my score. I don't know that I will take top spot, but I certainly want to try. It was really interesting, Paul, that the person who has the top spot right now, I was comparing my board with them, and they had a higher score, but I was further in the game. Like, I think when they were about 110,000, their board was about the same as mine was at 80,000. So I have obviously had quite a clean board, so my score doesn't reflect how far into the game I am. Because yeah, I was kind of hoping to try and go for a win, but yeah, I don't have the faculties for a win right now. I don't have that kind of planning in me. Hello, Player 150, how are you? Or they've been score maxing in the nicest way possible. I don't think they're that level of strategist. I think they've had a very messy board. Hannah, how long have I been playing Sims for? For 4 months as of yesterday, I think. You haven't watched you play that much, just seen you on your For You page. Oh, hi. What's your usual gameplay? We're playing a big legacy playthrough on Sims. We're just building a gothic mansion for our latest character, who is the wife of our previous character who died. It's been an absolute pain. We have had issues with the roof not working. We've had issues with the rooms not working. As you can see, the roof is still glitching into the room, and we can't figure out how to stop that. It was a very stressful stream for me yesterday because it felt like any part of the building we did hit a problem. It was very frustrating. Tiny anniversary. Yes, I think so. We have the date recorded on the server. Where is my milestones thing? 14th of January is when I started streaming Sims. So 14th of January. So yeah, it's been 4 months. I've been streaming for 4 months. I should probably make some data stuff for that. Wait, quick. No one's followed me on TikTok yet. 1758. I'm just gonna write that out, 1758, and then I'll fix it later. Okay, cool. So I have my 4 month number. Right, let me catch up on chat. Most popular bingo player. Exactly. Hey Redhead. Hi Star. Remember you're beautiful and have a nice day. Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you. Your name is a mushed up Polish curse word. Ah, okay. Is there a more sensible name I can call you? That would be excellent. Congratulations on the 4-month anniversary. I completely missed it. I'm surprised I missed it, to be honest. Melina, thank you for following just after. Like, I had just managed to take my stats down before that happens. It is a little frustrating that you can't see the exact number on the Purple app, because it would be nice to have an accurate count. But I think I'm getting close to having the most I have ever had on the Purple app, because I know some of you will know that it went down when I took the big gap. So that's interesting. Okay, let me catch up on chat. See, score maxing. This is you see, the Doctor has been playing too. Yeah, I think he was 3rd last time I was looking. You're at 49k in 88 minutes. That sounds about Right. For what I anticipated. You appreciate how coins can be spent during a run, though. Yeah, that was a thing that was on the to-do list. That was like top of my to-do list for ages. But it required a bit of a tweak to how stuff was stored. But yeah, a bigger screen really makes a difference. You can't believe how many details you can see in my house now. Oh no. It's better when the lighting's working, you know, when the light's on. We should do something special for a 1 year. We should. Hi, Vladidon. How are you doing today? You heard flowers are in order. Yeah, I might actually look into the what do you call it? PO box. I had a PO box when I streamed the first time round. I don't remember it being particularly expensive, so because effectively you're just renting a space, right? So it's just a small amount every month, and then you just have to go there and pick stuff up. Do I stream other games as well? No, just Sims at the moment. Wojot Tech. Hi. Out of interest, how much does a nice bouquet of flowers cost in other viewers' countries? Depends what you mean by nice. You can get one for like a $5 here, but yeah, a nice bouquet is definitely going to set you back like 20, 30 quid minimum. Not something gigantic. Yeah, I mean, I've done like, you know, like cliche bundles of roses and stuff for like less than 30, I think. But this was also pre-COVID. So, oh no, wait. Was it pre-COVID? No, it wasn't pre-COVID, but it was pre-Ukraine. So, and actually, I think post-COVID, pre-Ukraine, I think I vaguely remember buying a dozen roses for like 36 euros or something. Anyway. I keep missing chat. Hello, Absidoodle, how you doing today? Would love to send gifties. Aw, that'd be really cute. Maybe I should look into a PO box then. Your girlfriend and you had an anniversary when you were working in Monaco, and a nice enough bouquet was 110 euros. Wait, what? That's insane. You bet Arthur loved the dozen roses. Yeah, I didn't have Arthur at that point. Arthur's relatively new. Where am I from? I am from Britain. You did a rough calculation around £13 in South Africa. I'm now curious about how much they actually cost. Also, I'm just going to put this in chat again, in both the chats. But so I'm doing a bit of debating about how I spend my very limited energy off stream. So on the off chance that any of you are interested in giving some input, there's the link. If you want clarification on any of those options, hit me up. But yeah, I want to look up roses, dozen roses. Whoops, that's not how you spell roses. In the UK, right. What's a dozen roses set you back these days? 27. It's the first link that came up. Yeah, that doesn't sound... I mean, roses are never cheap. Though it absolutely depends on what time of year. Yeah, so the prices I'm getting are anywhere from 20 to 40, depending on what site. And before Sam gets bombarded with flowers, feel free. I will lock Arthur out of this room and cover this room in flowers. Was striking a message with a single A, that's why it took you 100 years to reply. Oh. I can call you Yap. Okay. Hi, Yap. You tend to do that a lot. Me too. Thank you for the follow. Roses are more expensive than a normal bouquet here. Yeah, particularly around February. Hey, it tells you already voted on the poll, but you reworked it. I put slightly better descriptions of everything, as some people weren't sure what I meant by some of the things. Petal Bath stream confirmed. Let's not. At Morrison's, you don't think they're an extortion amount? Yeah, I imagine if you pick up supermarket flowers, they would be cheaper. What's my favorite flower? I don't know, honestly. Roses are actually non-toxic for your cats as well as sunflowers. I wonder, yeah, I mean, I can always split the flowers between being cat safe and not cat safe. Surprise, it is I. Hi, Mia. Maybe you'll just have to bombard me with different flowers until we find out which ones I like. You've got a cat? I do. He's dancing around outside. You can't hear it. I've got a gate on the mic. He's literally running up and down the stairs currently. He's very hyper. Tell us more about my cat. He is called Arthur. He is a tabby point seal ragdoll. He is very cute. He is just over a year old. Not lilies. Oh yeah, lilies are real toxic for cats. We've had lilies in the house a few times since I've had Arthur, and every time we have kept them up on the kitchen counter on top of the fridge. Just while they were being like given to their gifty, but yeah, never in the house. But yeah, kept way up out the way. The kitchen surfaces and the top of the fridge are the kind of only places he doesn't go at the moment. So just kept well away from him. Thankfully your girlfriend is a carnation lady, Paul, not hideously expensive. Always an advantage. Laughter, you get me a plant that cats attack. What do you mean? Mia, your Discord friends bought you black roses for your birthday. That's so sweet. Kenny, you'll make sure to get non-toxic, or maybe do those cute artsy roses you can make and paint yourself. That's awesome. Lego flowers would be safer. Lego flowers would be horrendously expensive. Have you seen how expensive Lego is these days? Damn, dancing cats and grandmas in the basement. You have a ragdoll too? Nice. What color? And even your son's eyes swell up too. Oh. Yeah, thankfully I don't have hay fever or pollen allergies. Grace, thank you for follow. How are you doing today? Hello, Han Eliza. I don't think you've chatted in a minute. How are you doing today? Hello, Happy and Cool Croissant. Vous êtes français? Hola. Maybe not. You love your Lego collection. You want more Lego flowers, but you've got 3 sets to build. I actually sent all of my Lego back to my parents for now. Just because there was a lot of it in space. Like I got a bunch of Lego, and I borrowed my parents' Legos as well, because I was going to build a bunch of locations from my D&D stuff, and then all the D&D games collapsed. So I was like, it doesn't feel the same. Like, maybe I could do it on stream sometime. That would be fun. You've been busy? Sorry. No. You don't have to apologize for not being here. I was just like, oh, I've not heard from you in a minute. Are you okay? You've been busy. Good busy, I hope? Faye, do you order food or do you make dinner? Make dinner. Homemade food is always better. Kenny, you haven't played or built with Legos since you were a kid, got traumatized from always losing them and finding them under your feet. Oh no. You're debating a Lego build session today. Do it. Has Arthur tried catnip? He has. Lego is always expensive. It was, but it has got more expensive. So I really remember the most recent time that it really hit me how expensive Lego was is I got an email letting me know that there was a Dungeons and Dragons Lego set coming out, and I was like, that's so cool. And like, you know, they're advertising it. It's got dragons, it's got a couple of different races, it's got like a little tavern. Great cliche stuff. Absolutely loved it. I'm like, cool. That might be the thing that gets me back into building Lego sets. When it came out, it was like £600. Huh? What? No, I'm all right. I was just like, I could buy a second computer for that. I could buy, you know, like an iPad, a PS5. Like, why would I spend that much on Lego? It's just craziness. Craziness. Has Arthur tried catnip? He has. He wasn't fussed by catnip, which was a little bit disappointing. I tried a bunch of catnip toys and he just didn't react. Yeah, a little bit disappointing, but not all cats do like catnip. So your kiddo is a big Minecraft Lego collection and he hides it from his friends. Oh dear. You'll suppose he's like Cream. His name is Crocus21, which is a flower. Interesting. If he's Cream, I think that's Seal. I think that's the same as mine. He usually comes in the stream at some point. We will see. Some sets you would really like, but you're not playing 200 euros for anything. Exactly, Faye, exactly. You really want the Avengers Tower set, but it's a ridiculous amount of money. Your little one just got her cone off. Oh, Eliza, your cat just had... You're working in the heat, your cat had surgery. Are they okay? Stop being a good influence. Sorry, Faye. Noted for the future PO box. Noted what for the future PO box? I think the most you spent on Lego is 140. One set. Yeah, and I think I've only ever bought mixed brick things for making my own, or figures. 2 weeks post-op had pyometra, an infected uterus, super rare in cats. I'm really sorry to hear that, but all well now. Oh, that Arthur doesn't react to catnip. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. I was really hoping he would react to catnip, but good that you follow then. Cats and Sims is the only content you need. Yeah, you have work today, you're dying, your boss is calling, gotta go. See you soon. You seem really cool. Thank you. I'm sure you are too. Oh, I really need to figure out how to get all of my chat, to see if I can fix it so that all of my chat comes together in one place, because it was doing that at one point, and it's slightly frustrating having to watch multiple chats all the time. I end up falling behind on one of them. Eliza, you were a wreck at the time, always nervous, then going to surgery. Yeah, I can imagine. How do you feel about getting sent jewelry? Any allergies or sensitivities to metal? No, I mean, I really only wear like silver. Well, historically, I have only worn silver. I've recently started wearing like plated gold stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really wear much jewelry, to be honest. Excited for Eurovision Part 2 tonight. Honestly, I'll watch the final and that's it. But I'm excited to watch the final. It's Thursday. It's on Saturday, right? Massive plans for me here. Oh dear. Hi Mia on YouTube. How you doing today? Sorry, on Red App. How you doing today? It was an emergency surgery that cost you £720, but you caught it early because her behavior was normal otherwise. Good that you caught it early. Another contender for what, Mia? Saturday, yeah, cool. Annie, you lately only watch You at night and then doom scroll. Thanks, I think. Okay, so there are a few options in Leeds for PO boxes. Quite varying in prices, though. Surprisingly. You're thinking of a Plumbob headband. Yeah, just wearing that every stream. I missed some good performance in the semi-finals that don't make it to the finals. I know, I don't actually watch a huge amount of stuff in my free time. So it's kind of prioritizing stuff. Who is Sebastian Vettel? Sebastian Vettel. Why does that name ring a bell? Vettel. An F1 guy? F1 driver? Hi, Miss Molly. Let me catch up. Eliza, it's scary, especially cats. They're really good at suppressing pain as opposed to other animals. You posted some of what, sorry? Like, are you planning on making a Plumbob headband? Absi, your bestie has 2 cats. They ignore you in the day, but as soon as you're asleep, they want your fuss and attention. That's a mood. You've said that... Paul, you reckon I look like Vettel? Really? He is an F1 driver, okay. I don't think... Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up now. Okay, well, I see that more than Jacksepticeye, I would say. Who's an F1 driver, retired a few years ago. Mia, you'll be right back. Got to sort some stuff out for your son's surgery. I didn't realize your son was having surgery. Mia, is everything okay? Oh, there's just been chaos outside. Oh, cat pics, okay. It was more mannerisms when I had a bigger beard. And when I had a bigger beard. I mean, the bigger beard is slowly coming back in. Whatever. I guess there's worse people to be compared to. I have grey. No, I have grey eyes. I have blue-grey. I'll tell you what's one thing that really winds me up on websites where they are offering a service is when they won't tell you what the price is until you have signed up. That is immediately huge warning bells for me. Yeah, a quick bit of Googling finds their actual pricing structure and it's hideously expensive. Moving on. The business version of that is contact sales. You hate it. Yeah, it's just... It's... the only reason that you would want to be hiding your pricing is because you're not proud of your pricing. So, if you're offering a service and you're offering good value for money, you want to be advertising your pricing because it's like, hey, look how good our service is and it only costs this much. If you're like, look how good our service is and you're hiding the pricing, it's because the price is too high. It's the only reason to hide the price. Grey Eyes Club, put your hands up. Yeah, there are times where my eyes look quite blue. but for the most part, I would say kind of grey, like steely blue. It depends on the light. Obviously, the light in here is very warm, which kind of masks the blue quite a lot. My goodness. Some of these are horrendously expensive. I just went past one where their minimum offering as a personal PO box, personal PO box for a person, starts from £60 a month. That's not happening. That is straight up insanity. Yeah, it's expensive. There are quite a few. A lot of them are around the 30 mark, which is probably a little much. There's a lot of options though. I'll do some looking into it. See if I can find something that's a bit more reasonable. Yeah. Most of them are around the 30 mark. I don't remember it being that much. Oh, no. I remember why it wasn't that much before. So, when I set up a PO box last time, what I actually ended up doing was there was a newsagent, like a little corner shop. Those in the UK will know exactly what I mean by the corner shop. There was a little corner shop in the middle of town. It was one of those ones where it's like the doorway is all you can see kind of thing, and then like the actual inside was kind of slightly hidden behind a shop. Yeah, like right in the middle of town. And what they would do is they would accept the mail on your behalf and then literally just store it in the back. And then you just came and got it. But that was an absolute pittance. Obviously, no service. All they did is accept the stuff on your behalf. And it was literally just like, you know, a little family run newsagent. But it was exactly what I needed, so. All the crazy mail that I used to get back in the day. What about Dropbox stuff? Like postage lockers? I mean, potentially. I'm trying to see if there's any way I can just kind of see a map of where all these places are. Because frustratingly, it kind of looks like there's only one. I think the search is just being weird. Anyway, I will do this off stream. You wouldn't need something continuous, just notifying of deliveries. Yeah, exactly. I really just need somewhere to hold the mail. I don't even need somewhere to redirect it. So for a lot of them, a lot of what you're paying for is mail redirection. So, you know, they'll accept the package and then send it back out to you. Whereas I don't need that. You know, I live 2 seconds away from town. I can just nip in and grab stuff. Yeah. There will be an option. There will be an affordable option. It's just figuring out who it is and where I have to go. Because yeah, I mean, some of them that are like slightly cheaper are, you know, a 40-minute drive away, for example. The one that I just found, labeling itself as Leeds, and is very dubiously in Leeds. Not really what I'm after. I need something that I can actually reach. Yeah, and something like a lock is probably going to end up being more expensive. You were here yesterday. Hey, SVR, how you doing? What do I do in my channel? I play Sims and apparently chat nonsense for like an hour. again, finding sites where it's like, hey, our pricing is very competitive. Like, cool. So what is the pricing? If your pricing is competitive, list your pricing, buddy. And then it's like, currently 50% off. Great, 50% off what? So irritating. Can you just list your prices, guys? Come on. Insane. Oh, you're off. Sorry. Olu's finishing for a day. No worries, Paul. Thank you for stopping by. Sims and Yap. Yeah, exactly. Do I play anything else? No, just Sims. At the moment, anyway. You can't see your screen. Are you playing Sims? Not yet. Not yet. No. We're just chit-chatting. Had a few of the wonderful folk here who've asked to send me various things. But internet safety, you shouldn't give out your personal address on the internet. So trying to work out, trying to work out getting a PO box or equivalent. Trying to find a viable solution. Okay, that's an interesting one. That's per item. That could end up being horrendously expensive. Yeah, I keep bouncing back to the same ones. Yeah, so I mean the same ones I keep coming back to are about 30 a month. You hate emailing. What were you having to email? This is the app section of the stream. Yeah. We'll move away from the app section shortly. Hello TT. I still don't know what to call you. How are you doing today? Your postal service has collapsed. It's courier only, basically. Yeah? How did that happen? What's up, OS? Unfortunately, Yap is also great. But yeah. Okay, so I found one that is less than 30. I am just trying to see. Okay. So I found one that is cheaper that will exclusively redirect. Interesting. Okay, and then they charge per package. Okay. Yeah, anyway. Got myself so distracted. Okay. Mia, you're coming up with a plan for your childcare for your daughter. Emailing is painful. Why can't you just speak on the phone? I know. Speaking in person is so much faster. You just found gorgeous flowers, but they're tulips, so not cat safe. Aww. You'll have to show me some of these flowers. I feel like the way that you guys are likely to be, that a mailbox probably makes more sense. Because otherwise I'm going to end up getting charged quite a lot per item. As far as I can tell, the one that seems the most obvious one literally just has a store, a shop front in the high street in town. I may just go and check that out. Speak to someone in person, like Mia was complaining about. It's easier just to talk through this with someone. Anywho, corruption, loads of fun in this country. Oh no. You'll do a flower showcase after the stream for you. That's sweet. Okay. So I think we need to do like okay, so these are ones next to the bathroom, right? So I think it makes sense for these to be the bedrooms. So master bedroom going onto the balcony. Maybe kids' bedroom here, and then like an office there, maybe? Or maybe we put the office on the top floor. I feel like we need to put the least used thing on the top floor. You do like the all black wallpaper though, yeah? I feel like we need to put the least used room in the top because we don't really want to be having to deal with this ridiculous roof situation. You know? Okay, so if we're going for those as the bedrooms, let's start styling it out. You all better hydrate too. Hydration is important. Okay, let me do the filter. Life and death, vampires, magic, werewolves. I swear there was more than this. Because there's only 2 patterns. Oh, okay. There are more, they're just further down the list. Whoops. Are these ones we already use? No. Okay. Master bedroom then. And we'll use... Oh, wait. I mean, we could just stick to the same pattern, I guess. That's really what I'd intended, but... did we have a different color for the bathroom? No. I think that's okay. And then it's just this one that's that. But I think that's okay. I think that works. Enough. Every time you build, you always leave the bedrooms empty until the family moves in. Why? What makes you leave it empty? Also, why is my camera really... okay. Honestly though, starting with some nice lights is probably a good idea. Let's get rid of all the temp ones. Really small and hard to spot. Okay. Yeah, we probably don't want them that low. I think this one seems suitably gothic. Can we recolor this? Ah, we can indeed. I think maybe just black. Oops. Just so that it's not quite as high contrast. Okay, that's mildly problematic. It's fine, we'll just have two. I'm feeling like maybe just to have the chandeliers on the downstairs and then maybe have like sconces upstairs. So I specifically left some of the rooms downstairs. Oops, some of the rooms downstairs without the chandeliers. So I think it would be nice to go for sconces instead. I think you're finally doing every room is a different budget in Sims. Nice. Cool. For those of you who don't know, I take a 3-minute break every hour to refresh my water if I need to. And more importantly for me is to have a stretch so I don't get sore. So we will come back and continue our sconcing. That's a verb. Don't question it. Yeah, we will continue our sconcing when I return. I'll be back in 3 minutes. We are back. If you absolutely had to do the poll while I was away, then you could. Hello. Thank you for the follow, Robot Gamer. What? There's something I was watching, or a song or something. Oh no, it's in one of the Sleep Token songs where it sounds like he's saying robot, not robot. Robot. Hello everyone. Don't mind me being weird. You're going to get lunch, you'll be back. Enjoy. What are you getting? Love the randomly generated outfits in The Sims. You too go to sleep with 5 layers of eyeshadow. Exactly. It's why I always make sure I take off the makeup for sleep and sleep, athletics, and usually the swim outfits too. Welcome back. A frog, possibly. Pardon? You were eating a frog for lunch. Wasn't even you. Why are we talking about frogs? Hi, Eliza. The frog was because you said the way he says robot. Oh, sounds like ribbit. Sure. Joking, of course. Please don't hate. I don't hate you. Of course I don't. I'm also enjoying how pretty much every time anybody votes on the poll, the outcome changes completely. Like, I kind of anticipated that what would happen is there would be like 1 or 2 obvious front runners. But there absolutely hasn't been. What sconces I'm gonna go for? I feel like maybe, can we just go with the candle? Probably could have said that less strangely. Okay, so that's gonna have to be above. Chronically Catherine, hi, how you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Elena's and Care Golf. It gets cut out. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so right, so that's going to get blocked. So I think there needs to be 1 here. And then maybe 2 along this wall. I think probably there would also be sconces excuse me. Good grief. I think there would also be sconces in the rooms that don't have that do have chandeliers anyway. It is going to wind me up that there's no way to get these even. Because the door's on one side. Unless we move the doors. I mean, if we move the doors, it would potentially make it more interesting. 1 second. So, right. Currently, we've got the doors like all in a cluster here, right? Because my thinking was, oh, you cook stuff in the kitchen, and then you go in a straight line out of that door, in through this door, into the dining room. I think that made sense. What might make more sense is if we put the dining room door smack bang in the middle, and the kitchen door, rather than being here, comes around the side. Because yes, I know that that's like a bit of a weird walk around, but then the doors are staggered and you've got the kind of more obvious tunnel corridor there. I also feel like this shouldn't be a double door. Unless it's a single door here. It also wouldn't be that single door. It would be the single door we've got upstairs, this one. Maybe we stick with the single door there, and we just have the double door in the middle. Because then we still keep the kind of corridor feel. Now we can have the sconces either side. Oh, they were they were wide, not narrow. Okay, sorry, let me catch up in chat. I built this house. I did indeed. Are you doing a vampire house? Not specifically. It's a house for goths, though. Someone suggest an aspiration for your build challenge sim. I don't know them off the top of my head. I'm sorry. You got typed out. Pardon? Yeah. Chronically Catherine, you spent 3 hours on student housing for your Sims yesterday. So glad to see someone else struggling with lighting. Struggling with Sims, we had a whole thing yesterday. I don't often get angry at games. I think generally I'm quite a calm person, but I was getting very frustrated with the roof and the rooms yesterday. Hello, Daryl Gamer. Hi, yo. Can I give you mod? No. Is this recorded? Yes, this is recorded. I am AI. This is all well established. Must have been subconscious screaming for help. Of course. Okay, so that's slightly better for that room, and then we can mimic that in this room. This is going to be a bit more of a nuisance. Wait, what does it line up with? Okay. Oh, actually, it makes more sense for it to be here. It does make more sense for it to be there, but we can't put it there. Squint rooms. Okay, we're just going to put it here. So... Sorry for the really intense focus trying to line stuff up. Okay. Am I streaming in a different app? Yes, I am indeed. Sims 4 roofs were designed purely to cause rage. Yes. Not like the room situation, because we've got this weird staircase here and trying to get this section to work functionally, and like our roofs are still a mess, right? So if I just zoom out, so we've got a missing section of roof here that we can't get rid of. There's just a gap there. No idea why. But also the top floor has the roof in it, and we can't get rid of it. The only way to not see the roof is to have the walls completely down. Your phone is going to die. What are you doing to it? Like, just stop attacking your phone. Silly Mia. Right. Do we have any way of getting... Oh, sorry. Chronically Catherine, you can also customize your little character if you'd like. I dropped the link in chat, but feel free to ask questions. 'Tis my game, so... Yeah, so for those who are asking, is this for a vampire? No, but this is our main character. She is quite vampiric. She's into gems. She is pregnant. That's where we join her story. She got caught up in a whirlwind romance with a guy who got killed by a ghost. Is the the summary, which sounds insane. But, you know, Sims. Okay, let's go one away from the walls. I think I might be making trouble for myself by putting them here. Okay, we're going to start with this, but I suspect that we are going to need to change these because I think they're going to get in the way of cabinets. But one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Okay, so that is 2 and a... Oh, it's on the line of 2, so it's here. I'm not super keen on that. Okay, we're just going to have it squint. We're going to have it centered around the gap, not the door. That works better. This is the best of us. What's my average views on YouTube? Absolutely no idea. Lots of people don't believe me, but I generally don't have my viewer numbers up because I don't want to see. Like, even in OBS, you can have the viewer numbers like at the top of your chat, and I just have it hidden because I don't care. If I have 5 people watching and they're active, yay. If I have 1,000 people watching and they're not active, boo. So as long as I have people to talk to, I'm good. I'm grand. Yeah, I've never really cared. The only times that I have cared is when I started streaming, and when I came back to streaming the first time round, and I was doing Minecraft and like nobody was watching, and that was my fault. Like, I'm not blaming anybody for not coming back at that point. Like, I absolutely was not in my groove. I was not fun to watch. But at that point I was struggling because I wasn't enjoying Minecraft at that point as much as I usually do, because I was doing it because I thought I should be doing it. So that wasn't fun because I felt like I was playing Minecraft for the sake of playing Minecraft, which is never a good point to be in as a streamer. So that was bad. The only other time that the number of people affected me was when I got raided like a decade ago. I got raided and the raid brought something like 5,000 people, and yeah, I mean, there was, even on slow mode, there was too much chat for me to read like even 10% of what was coming through. I did not enjoy that. I have always been here to talk to people. So that's something I will have to figure out when we get to that point. But I don't enjoy there being so many chatters that I can't respond to everybody. Yeah. That's the thing. We'll get to that when we get to that. You don't talk that much to keep me too busy. Yet. What does being raided mean? Okay. Let's say I'm streaming. So it's not really a thing on TikTok. It's a thing on other platforms. But let's say I have 100 people watching me. And I finish my stream and I go, okay, all of you 100 people watching me, you go watch this person. And I send all of my viewers over to someone else's channel. Now they've got the 100 that they had, plus my 100. And sure, 90 of my 100 are going to immediately leave. But if they even, like, 2 or 3 of my people stick, they've gained some extra people. And it also helps bump them up the browse list for a little bit. Then they end their stream, having been boosted, and they send their 100 people to another 100 people. It's a way for smaller streamers to help share the growth. It's really good. I would advise doing it if you're a streamer. But the one caveat I would say is don't raid someone who you don't know, unless you are comfortable with not knowing what their content is. As generally, you want to be raiding someone who has the same vibe as you. So my streams are very calm and I play Sims. So say I raid someone who let's say they're swearing all the time, they are very strong politically, one side or the other. They're playing... I'm trying trying to think of something obviously not like they're playing a super violent horror game. If I send all of my relaxed audience over to someone that's hyper and swearing and politically charged and violent, that is both bad for the person I'm raiding and bad for me. So yeah, just have a think about who you raid. You once had 100 and panicked because you couldn't keep up with it. Slow mode is your friend, Mia. Slow mode is your friend. Faye, you just started building the house. It was immediately floating and there was a random wall on the lot. Classic. Hi, Snowy. How you doing? You're normally happy with your maximum of 20 viewers just vibing. Yeah, as I said, as long as I've got people to chat with, I am all grand. I don't really mind past that. But yeah, raiding is usually a good thing. I make a point of always checking out streamers before I raid them now. For two reasons. One, to make sure that the vibes match. But also, two, because a lot of people actually don't like being raided for, I suspect, reasons like Mia, is they have their own calm, they have their own vibe going. And if you suddenly have a lot of people flooding into your channel all at once, it can be quite overwhelming. So I have a couple of people who, like a couple of fellow streamers, who I specifically don't raid because they have specifically asked not to be. For that exact reason, like they like their calm and relaxed atmosphere and they don't like the raids coming in. So I will occasionally finish my streams and then me personally go to their stream rather than sending all my people across. Yeah, it can be a nice thing to do. You just have to be a bit careful with it sometimes. Hey, it's very much a culture on Twitch specifically. Daryl, what game am I playing? I'm playing Sims. Snowy, you don't play Sims, but you seem like a cool guy, so you're subbed, you can watch the stream. Thank you. Kyokomiko. Kyokomiko. Is that Miko? Have you changed your name? You didn't know what to do. Oh no, you're a new person. Hi. Welcome. You didn't know that would do that. Well, now you do. Sorry, that just really confused me because there was a regular here who had Miko in their name as well. I've not seen them for a while. Should actually reach out. I'm a bit concerned. But I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they've just been busy with other stuff. Just, you know, sometimes it's good to check in on people. Kenzie Sims, thank you for the follow. Yeah, sadly, if your stream continues to grow, you have to put things in place to manage chat if you want to be able to talk with everybody, which really sucks. There is absolutely a sweet spot, kind of as a small streamer, where you can kind of chat with everybody, and there's like a good flow of chat and everything. Like there is definitely a nice sweet spot where you can talk with everybody and everything is good. And yeah, eventually you just get to a point where it's like, oh well, there are now officially too many people to talk to, and you have to start making decisions about who to talk to. And yeah, that's less fun. How you doing today, Miko? Also, what would you like me to call you? I defaulted to calling you Miko, which you may not want because it may be Miko. Miko. What do I do for a living? Nothing yet. We will find out. I mean, technically, I can call myself all sorts of things. Technically, I'm a musician, I'm a music producer, I'm a recording artist, I'm a game developer. I'm a web developer. Like, I've done all sorts of things technically that have earned me money, but no, not anything at the moment. Kenny, never a bad idea to check in with others. Yeah. World's a tough place. You never know what others are going through. That's why kindness is important. Exactly. Whilst that is the smart thing to do, you just like to be in a state of panic, apparently. What do you mean? Flexing on us. Kya is fine. Like the word Q. Oh, Q. Hey, like, cue me. Interview done. How'd it go, Ollie? How did it go? Well, flexing on you that I've done lots of things. I mean, technically, you can call yourself a professional at anything if you've been paid for it. So, I earned a single cent from my music. I'm a music producer. I made a single sale of my game developer. I made a single cent from ad revenue, web developer. Do I make enough money to live off any of those? Absolutely not. Oh. Did I leave the kitchen door open? I think not. Ollie, it went well, but won't know fully until Tuesday next week. Oh, that's a pretty quick turnaround. That's good. Yeah, just try and keep calm until then. Think of the best things. Professional idiot is what you are. Snap. Yeah. I mean, technically, I'm just an idiot on stream all the time. And I'm being paid for this. So, snap on the professional idiot. No, I don't like that. I want it here. Times where you want BB move objects. What is my dream? You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific. Do you mean what is my dream job? Look at the Discord. You'll send a photo of your current surroundings. Go on then, Ollie. What's up? Just seen picture of the cat with the code on. Absolutely not looking impressed. Oh, that's funny. Where are you sending this picture, Ollie? Sorry, that really tickled me. What is my dream job? I don't know. Streaming? Okay, if I had an infinite pool of money and could do anything, I would continue to stream and I would start an indie games company. I would start a small games company. I have very specific games that I have started that I would like to finish, and I would make those. Because all of my writing could go in the games, all of my lo-fi could go in the games. You know, ideally. You made £1 from a Fortnite tournament. I know a Fortnite. So guess you're a Fortnite professional. Technically. I don't know, streaming sounded so sassy, did it? It's in photos. Okay, let me check it. Let me check. Oh, nice. That looks like a very typical English canal. Oh no, it's not a canal, it's a river. You're on a bank of a river. That looks quite like a river close. I mean, it looks like every British river ever, let's be honest. Fingers crossed for Ollie. People are crossing fingers. Good grief. People are crossing fingers for you, Ollie, on the other platforms. Your sister pays you to drive her to college, so you're a taxi driver. Yeah, so the difference is there are some protected terms. So you can't just call yourself a doctor. That's why we have made up terms. So it's like there's what are the two? There are two. It's like nutritionist and dietitian. Like one of them is a protected term. You have to have a degree. You have to be qualified in it. The other one, anybody can call themselves that technically. Yeah, that's why we have a bunch of protected job titles, so people can't just fudge things. How often do I stream? I stream 5 days a week, Kenzie. Health practitioner and stuff. Yeah, there's loads of them. Was extra meaningful now because it took you so much effort. Pardon? Ollie, you're pulling power from the whole Samlyverse. Exactly. Oh, we forgot to do the top room. The room that I hate because the stupid roof is in the way. How are we gonna do the... I think however I do this, it's going to irritate me, so I think we're just going to go with trying to get this done. The combination of the daft roof and the insane camera angles. How are we supposed to do this? We literally can't, like, look. I need to place it, like, there. Is that right? Close enough, I guess. Stressful. You decided to make your house a more interesting shape because you were motivated by your build. You regret it, oh dear. You hope no one is paying anyone for medical help unless they actually do have that degree. So are you part of the chronically ill community as well, Catherine? Don't feel you have to answer. I just presume because of the name. Can you scroll down the roof? What do you mean? Like, the only way I can get rid of it is this, but then it's then I can't see the walls. You can't place stuff on the walls if you can't see the walls. Also, I've just realized there's a gap there. I think it's hidden by the roof. I don't think it messes up the buildings below. Go to the lower floor. Yeah. Without the roof. Yeah. Great game. Mia. Alright, lurking, tidying up for the kids' dinner. Please save you. What are you cooking? What will you do if you become a famous streamer? Stream? You have... Okay. Let me see if I can get this. I don't know what the SJ sound makes. The SJ makes. I'm gonna guess Sjö. So Sjögrens? Sjögrens syndrome? I am unfamiliar with this. And lupus. Sims is your lifeline at the moment. I feel that. I hope you are AWAP as well as possible. Ollie, so the Samlyverse is all of the platforms. Does anything else tie in? And Discord, I guess, would be the main one. But yeah, I mean, this doesn't help because I still can't place it on the roof. Like, it was this floor that we needed to place the stuff on. Will you not do a public stream? What do you mean? What do you mean by a public stream? Anyway. So, we have lights, or we have the start of lights, I think, in all of the rooms. Oh, we've not done the bathroom down here, I believe. Yeah, we didn't do the bathroom down here, just because it's exceptionally awkward. Just the one light, or is that going to be too dark? We'll start with just the one light. I'm mildly concerned that this room, not concerned, is an exaggeration. I don't like the fact that this room doesn't have a light in it. I'm wondering if we can just... It's too high. It's too high. Is there a lower one? What I'm wondering is if there is a candle that is like a singular candle, like a less dramatic chandelier, and there is not. Okay. I think we just have that as a dark corridor. I'm not a massive fan of that, but I think that's what makes the most sense. Frustratingly. Larry, nice house, thank you. Stream in a different country. I'm not following. As in, go like out into the public and like stream from my phone. Is that what you mean? Thank you, Larry. Why no read the comments? Because I'm slow. Can you get a house tour? There's not much of the house to tour, but sure. All right, let me catch up. Mia, turkey dinosaurs. Man, I have not had turkey dinosaurs in forever. Beans and veg for one, turkey dinosaurs, potato, waffles, and ketchup for the other. I've also not had potato waffles in a long time. It sounds like Sjogren's. Sjogren's. Interesting. It's an autoimmune disease that pretty much every doctor you speak to doesn't understand. That's quite common with unusual ones, sadly. Finally back, lots of traffic. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lafty. Sinead. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? Yeah, so downstairs we've got an entranceway and a corridor. Corridor leads to a bathroom. On one side we've got a kitchen, dining room, living room. We've got a sunroom at the back, and then up the staircase we have another corridor here, which then goes upstairs. We've got a function room at the back, and then we've got a bedroom, a bathroom, master bedroom with a balcony, and then upper floor we've got space to do something. Not really sure what we're doing with that yet. That's as far as we're at. Do you just build the houses for the creator thing, or are you playing? Oh no, we're playing. This is the new house for this sim. No cheats, no mods, no CC. How long will I stream for? For another hour and a half-ish? Oh, thank you for the sticker, Sinead. How is the day treating you? The house is amazing. Thanks, Rose. Mia, it's turkey-shaped dinosaurs, but your son hates veg, and he will literally not eat if he gets veg. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, I stream 3 hours, 5 days a week. And that is all of my energy. It fully takes me all of my non-stream time to recover from streaming at the moment. But yeah, it's an issue we will deal with another time. But that's why I've got that poll going. All my spoons, exactly, Q. Exactly. That's why I've been doing this poll. I'm just going to spam it in chat, and I'm going to keep spamming this until I get more votes, because it does affect you all. So what that poll is me deciding what to do outside of my streams. So if I dedicate some energy outside of my streams to doing something else, what would you be interested in seeing from me? For reference, Q, the little game at the bottom of the screen is Peeps. That is my game. That's the one that I was talking about. If any of you have any questions... Sorry, struggling to catch my breath. Do ask. Can I play Roblox? I can. I won't. I play Sims. I play relaxed games that I am familiar with. if you're after those kind of more high energy game streams, then yeah, you should probably look somewhere else. I'm maybe not the right streamer for you. And obviously it's to each their own. There's nothing wrong if you want to watch someone play Roblox. Just that's not going to be me. Yes, at the moment, I play Sims on stream. I play Minecraft with the community off stream. We may do some Minecraft streams, probably not, honestly, just because I know where that ends up. But yeah, I have no real intention to play anything else for the time being, because this is relaxing and calm for me, which is what I need. Cozy games for life. Yeah, exactly. Have I ever played the 2-point games? The 2-point ones, are they like they're like Sims games? What are they called? There's like a hospital one and a like a fairground one and that sort of stuff. Is that am I thinking of the right ones? 2-point hospital. Yeah. Love how you're brutally honest while still being kind. Yeah, I like, you know, people come in and they're like, oh, you know, I'd really like to see you play Inzoi was the big one. It's like, you should play Inzoi. Everybody's playing Inzoi. And I'm like, okay, cool. If you really want to watch someone play Inzoi, great. Like, I'm not insulted if you would rather go watch someone else play Inzoi. But I'm also aware enough of myself. I'm not going to be playing other stuff. I need to play stuff that is calm for me. And until I know that a game is calm for me, I won't play it on stream. And I like the calm, repetitive nature of playing Sims. So I know what my thing is. If that's not what people are after, then they're in the wrong place, and that's okay. Like, if someone came here and they're like, I really want to watch you playing Doom and swearing, I'm like, yeah, you're in the wrong place. That's no insult to me. That's no insult to them. We've just somehow come to the wrong place. Roblox is a bit more than calming, but you always watch Sim streams. Yeah. You want to play Minecraft? When is the next one? Oh, so I have a Minecraft server. I don't do Minecraft on stream at the moment. But yeah, we've started slowly getting the server going again.
We all want to help one another.
Yeah, sorry, why were you asking about the 2-point games? Catherine, you took a break from streaming because you convinced yourself you were creative enough to make Sims Machinimas. What is that? Please let me know. Sims 2 was really good with the spin-offs. Oh, I really enjoyed the like PlayStation spin-offs. Sims is not always calm. Yeah, I was stressing about Sims yesterday. Team Hospital was so funny. Yeah? Do I like RimWorld? So I've had RimWorld suggested to me a few times. I've not actually played it. Ollie, you come back and see Turkey Dinosaur. It's a mood. Hey, Daryl. You have to go to sleep. No worries. Thank you. You'll spam chat and then leave. No. It's all good. If you want to come in and chat for a little bit and then hop off, that's fine. Apparently they are UK chicken nuggets. Well, they're turkey nuggets. That's the thing, right? They're like, yeah, it's like chicken nuggets made of turkey. Just shaped to look like dinosaurs. Is very much a kind of like trick your kids kind of food. Why can we not grab the... Yeah. Can we... Oh wait, what? Is this table one-sided? No.
Save your game.
Huh? What? A? Oh. Sims. Thank you for the save game, Faye. RimWorld is very similar to Sims, just more violence. Yeah.
Hydrate.
Thank you. Another Macamar creator. They are cinematic videos of The Sims. You film scenes and edit it all together like little movies. Makes the game way less chill. Yeah, particularly because it must be quite hard to direct Sims, right? You just saved yours and didn't notice you saved it all. Sorry, who redeemed the hydrate? Kenny, thank you for the hydrate. Looking after me. Yeah, I used to make little animations when I was younger. I do kind of miss it. Oh, that door's gonna irritate me. Okay, what if we scrap that door and we put a single door there, I guess? I think that works. I think that still looks acceptable. But now I feel like I feel like the double... Would you go from the lounge to the dining room? Now it doesn't make sense for there to be a double door here. Oh, I guess you'd like... You open the double door for all the food to come through. Or would it be opening the double door so the guests can come in? Because if you're opening the double door for the guests to come in, then the double door should be here. So maybe it should be a single door for the food to come in through and a double door. Okay, so maybe these doors need to be swapped. So if we just move the light. So if we have the double door... We have the double door all the way off to one side, and then we have the single door here. And before anybody says it, yes, I am aware that I am overthinking this. But that's not going to stop me from doing it. Let me catch up on chat. Used to have a lot of mods with custom poses and animations. Oh, that's cool. You don't know your sensitivity or likes, but it makes you like it a ton more. What do you mean? Larry. Did I ever play that Movie Maker game? What do you mean Movie Maker game? Why don't you put an arch there? Why? But you wouldn't have an arch, would you? You'd have a closing door so that the room can be prepared, right? Apologies for filling the Discord with your cats. No, no, no. Never too many pet pictures. Yeah, but you can make your own thread for your own pets if you want to. Also, I've noticed that I'm presuming it's the same person. I've noticed your name is different. Have I been calling you the wrong name by calling you Eliza? Would you like to be the other name? Hi, honey. How is Sir Arthur this fine day? He's okay. He was running around outside like a crazy kitty. You're Hannah. Okay. Hi, Hannah. Sorry. Oh, there's now a couple of you that have said arch, but why would you not have a closed door? Because yeah, you'd have the doors closed. The staff would come in and set the table and make the table, and then you'd open the doors so that the guests could come through. I do feel like there probably should have been a double door here. I just think space-wise it doesn't make any sense. So I want to move that to there now. I think this is probably close enough to being acceptable. It's never a great way to be wording it, is it? it's tolerable. Streamers do it and you feel bad telling them it's not. Sorry, I'm like, this goes to anybody that's in chat. If I am calling you a name that you don't want to be called, please correct me. Or if there's just, you've been here for a while and I've been calling you Jeff and you'd like me to call you, you know, Sarah, just let me know. Sometimes you may have to remind me a couple of times. I'm usually pretty good. I want to hide the beautiful kitchen though. Well, not hide the kitchen, but just if this is supposed to be quite an old house, then you would have things that are like organized, right? With staff and fanciness, closing doors would be better. Exactly. You're also English Hannah, if you remember. Welsh Hannah is around. Ah, okay. Mia, you're lurking on the PC, not actually at a PC. Fair enough. I hope the cooking is going well, Mia. Just don't call you late for dinner. Very good. Sinead, because you're British, you're the only streamer so far to say your name correctly. Yeah. And I know a few Sineads, and I think I think one of them is doubled up, but pretty much all of the Sineads I know spell their name differently. Very confusing. How am I enjoying the weather? The weather is now more tolerable since I acquired an aircon. Before the aircon, I was not doing great. What do you all think to having like color-themed rooms rather than just going black and white? Like having a red dining room and a purple lounge, etc. Without is yucky, you can't stand sleeping in the heat. Yeah, so that's what finally tipped me over to buying an aircon, because like obviously aircon is expensive. Even though I've gone for a cheap one, so even though I went for a cheap one, it sold a lot of money. But I had multiple nights when I wasn't sleeping well. And by not sleeping well, I mean like a couple of hours of very broken sleep. And I was getting quite ill. Getting quite ill with it. I think some of you noticed on stream. And certainly I was dropping bits of streams and stuff as well. And my health has already been quite rough. So in an attempt to try not to make it worse, I just was like, okay, I know it's a lot of money, but I need to do this from a health standpoint at this point. So yeah, I blast the aircon for about an hour just to drop the temperature of the room before I go to bed. And that's been about okay. Is it true that ACs are really high class in Britain? No, we don't really have AC in the UK. Our houses are built to hold warmth, not to get rid of it. So, do you not have like 60 quid AC window units in the UK? No. Your living room is black, white, gold, and teal. Ooh, nice. You put Annie as your name because it's shorter than your actual name. Well, now I'm curious, what's your actual name? But yes, my alarm went off. Little steeper than 60 quid here. Yeah, so my one, oh, you can't see it. You can see it in my other view. The aircon I have is like as tall as my desk and is maybe like, I don't know, 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters. Like it's a big chunky thing. It wasn't the cheapest one by any means. There were a couple of cheap ones, like actual aircon units that were about 200. Yeah, this was a little bit more than that. It was a big chunk of money and didn't really want to be spending. But hey, health comes first. You always enjoy... Oh, Anna Marie. Anna Marie's a nice name. Sinead, you always enjoy meeting anyone from the UK. Don't have to correct the pronunciation back and forth. You're from Oz, not many Sineads around here. Oh, really? Interesting. Worth it, though. You're always going to need it. Yeah, and it's only going to get worse. So this was when the temperatures were like low 20s. And obviously we're spring, low 20s. And every year... So there was one year I got really bad heat exhaustion. We were abroad, and we're not really sure how it happened, but our rooms at the hotel had aircon. So I was fine when I woke up. And in the time that it took me to walk from the air-conditioned room to the bar at the hotel, which meant we had to like walk outside across a courtyard. So, you know, like a minute, maybe two of walking. It wasn't even that hot. It was like upper 30s. Oh no, it might have been the day that it was like low 40s. Anyway, it was hot, but not like you're going to die hot. But for some reason, those couple of minutes, I managed to get heat exhaustion during that period, and I was then really ill. And yeah, basically spent the rest of the holiday trying to recoup from that. And then since that year, almost every year, I have almost done that again in the UK. So it being sunny isn't a problem. Me like being out and tanning isn't a problem. If I get too hot for too long, or I get too hot too quickly, I get sick, like dizzy, spacey, fluey, vomity kind of sick from heat. And yeah, since that one holiday thing, it's happened pretty much every year. And I've just had no way of escaping the heat because we don't have aircon. So just like sat in the coldest room in the house, which is usually downstairs. So over the summer, I end up sleeping on the sofa with a fan on me to try and stop from being too sick. So yeah, I figured it was about time to get an aircon, and hopefully I won't get it this year. But we'll see. But yes, that's why there have been some times where I was streaming and I'm like, I have got too hot. I need to stop streaming. It's not because I'm like, oh, it's uncomfortable or whatever. It's like, if I don't go and cool down, I'm going to get really ill. So I literally turn everything off immediately and like go and lie in the coldest room in the house. I'm sure I'll be fine. Is it true you have surge pricing for UK? What do you mean? You will say, though, a fan just blows hot air. Mm-hmm. But yes, I need to go take my break. I will be back in 3 minutes. Be right back. Okay. Faye, you also can't regulate your body temperature well, and it's one of your less fun skills. Yeah, so yeah, very much the same. But when it's cold, I can wrap up, and obviously my computer generates a lot of heat, and British houses are designed to trap heat. So if I have window closed, curtains closed, door closed, and I have a computer on for an hour, or I have a heater on for an hour, then it's easy to keep a room warm. But if I make a room cold, it gets hot very quickly. So yes, I am very temperature sensitive as part of my ME stuff. It is just easier to maintain, like it's easier to counterbalance the cold weather than the hot weather. But yeah, I'm fine. I hope you get better. Yeah, getting better isn't really an option. Managing symptoms is all I can do. You've got your autumn strawberry cake. Excellent. I mean, I don't like it, but enjoy. Yeah, mild weather all year round. Spring, autumn, please. You have a teddy bear duvet and love blankets. I presume you mean the brand teddy bear. I have teddy bear blankets. So I like soft sheets. So I have like the super soft sheets and duvet covers and stuff. But I have, we have the teddy bear like blankets everywhere in the house. We've got like a couple in the living room. I used to have one in here as well. And then I've got one that I cover my bed with. I actually cover my bed in like 3 blankets. I know it's a bit overkill, but not for sleeping in, just for like sitting in. I don't like cake, strawberries. I don't like artificial strawberry flavor. Oh no, you weren't insensitive at all, Larry. Don't worry. You weren't insensitive at all. It's all good. You get the vibe. Blankets the best. Yeah, blankets and pillows, man. Or cushions, I guess. Oh, if it's a cake made with real strawberries, then let's go. Yeah, it's yeah, you know, like strawberry milkshake or like strawberry sweets. I guess candy. I'm trying to remember what you call it in Germany. I had a German friend who I used to play games with all the time. I've not actually spoken to him in a while. Probably should. But we used to game all the time. And we did a sweet exchange, candy exchange, where I got a big box of very British sweets and biscuits and stuff and sent it across, and he did a big one full of German sweets and biscuits and sent it across. It was really cool. I really enjoyed that. I know, I was trying to think what you call sweets, because I think that the UK is the only one that calls it sweets. I think it's candy pretty much everywhere else. Thank you for the sticker, Sinead. What are you up to, Sinead? What are you doing with your day? The US calls it candy. Mm-hmm. You call it like sweet things. Oh, that's really cute. Susig. It's probably not oo. Sursig? Man, my German is terrible. You think Australia call them all lollies, which is interesting. Oh, language is so cool. So interesting. I'm such a nerd. Hi, Ramon. How you doing today? Sinead, you're currently winding down for bed. It's very late here. Very late. Oh, you're in Oz. Yeah. Wait. What you... Oh, I've forgotten. Is it 8? Are you 8 hours ahead? 10 hours ahead? Vaguely remember that NZ is 12 or 11. So I guess it depends where in Australia. Wait, so we're 6. Let me have a guess. So 2 a.m.? 3 a.m. Oh, so close. I couldn't decide in my head whether it would be 8 or 10. So I should have just gone smack down the middle. Oops. Faye, it's very hard word for non-native speakers. Is yeah, so is it like Sursig? Caton? Sursig Caton. Or am I pronouncing it too Scandi? Time zones are mental. Australia isn't British. Yeah, I can't see the comments. All of the peep stuff is filtered out of my chat. Oh, thank you for all the stickers, Ramon. You're stopping by to say hi to your folks. Thank you. South Australia is probably about 2 a.m. Right? What do you mean? I still don't know how to pronounce your name. Tate? T-T? You're from the future, 100%. You're 1 hour in the future only. Okay. Get myself distracted. What is new? See, a bar would have been a good idea. But we should probably do a bar in... should probably do a bar in the living room. Is there a smaller one? Because that is the size of the room. Okay, temporarily I'll put this one down. I think this one's probably the wrong vibe though. I'm not going to lock myself into using a bar. You're also 1 hour in the future here. Yeah, I remember. See, Marie, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. What? Thank you for the stickers. My brain is running slow, it would appear. Okie dokie. Hey, Catherine joined the server. Hey, Catherine. You've got a Minecraft picture on your Discord. Do you want to join the Minecraft server? Okay, so this whole area is like taken, so we can't put anything we can't put anything useful there. So what we want to do probably is put like a side table in this space, right? Because we can't put anything here at all, because that is pure walkway. It is an atrocious use of space. Presuming we can't. Yeah. We can't move that enough for it to be less ridiculous. I mean, at least that way it's slightly off the wall. You'd love to join the Minecraft server, great. If you drop your Minecraft name in the Minecraft channel, I can whitelist you after the stream. Where are they? Here they are. It is much too large. Oh, where did we find them before? Can anybody remember what they were called? Or even what section they were in? Accent? Oh, there you go. Accent tables. It's maybe a little intense. Not as many options as I was hoping there would be. That works, but we've now got a really strange space there. I'm trying to decide whether to have something here and like some decor on this and have them walking around the edge, or do we scrap having something there and have this like almost against the window, just to have a bit more space in the room. Because then we could like move this off the wall a touch. I don't know, maybe that's better in the corner. Maybe we would just be better with a corner table. Don't mind me forever talking to myself. Does anybody have any exciting plans for their weekend? Or does anybody have any exciting plans for the server? It is funny watching how people are voting on the poll. It's a weird way of wording that, Kenny. Go get you a wash. Right, how do we look with just...
Hello there.
I wonder who that is. Hi, Sally. Abby, what is the best PC to have to play Sims on? You have Xbox Sims, but you hate the controls. It's a very hard question to answer. I think whatever you would like is the answer. Personally, I'm always a big fan of building your own computer. But I'm aware that a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing that. I think it's easier than people think it is. But I am still aware that a lot of people are uncomfortable doing that. Otherwise, just buy... Don't go cheap. You'll regret it. Don't go expensive unless you need expensive. There's a nice middle ground. As a good rule of thumb with playing video games on computers, however much you spend, you need to be comfortable spending that every 3 years. Because that's roughly how often you have to upgrade computers. So if you spend $600 on a computer now, expect to be paying $600 every 3 years. If you pay $1,000 now, expect to be paying $1,000 every 3 years to like maintain that level. Like it won't miraculously last longer because you've spent more money. Yeah, there is absolutely a point of diminishing returns with spends on computers. So make sure you know what you're buying it for. Can you use just a normal PC, or do you need a gaming one or something? It depends. If you don't need to mod Minecraft, if you're just using the base game, you don't need a fancy computer. If you're planning on modding it, you need an absolute beast of a computer. Sinead, you got a custom-built gaming PC, Boxing Day sales. Yeah. You're not being very helpful with this poll. No, and what options have been at the top of the poll have changed almost every time someone votes. Catherine, you don't have the brain capacity to build your own computer. I'm sure you do. It seems like a lot if you have someone who gives you a very basic to-do of how to go through it. There are lots of great resources to learn about building your own PC. How's your 2K treating you? Also happy to help anyone in Sam's community, exactly. Is the poll on TikTok? No, let me just drop it. So it's just a poll, me trying to gauge what people might be interested in me doing outside of streaming. Yeah, so that's a rule of thumb. So if, say for example, you spend £1,000 on a computer now so that you can play the new Assassin's Creed game, in 3 years' time, to play whatever is the current new Assassin's Creed game, you're going to have to buy another £1,000 computer. So if you want to be able to keep playing the same level of games, it's about every 3 years you'll need an upgrade. It's just one of those things. It's just something you have to accept. Consoles don't have the same problem because the games are built for the console, whereas PC graphics just get scaled up and scaled up and scaled up. That doesn't mean you have to spend money every 3 years. So, you know, in 3 years' time, rather than playing the latest Assassin's Creed game on the max graphics, you might have to like turn it down one mode. It's not a big deal, but it's just if you want to maintain a certain level of graphics, it's going to be every 3 years. You'll need an upgrade. It sounds like an exaggeration, but there are people who'll tell you it's every 18 months. There is evidence to support that. 3 years is a good benchmark. So if you're comfortable spending £200 a year, then a £600 computer is a good bet. If you're comfortable with £300 a year, then a £900 computer is a good bet. It's just worth taking into consideration. And obviously, if you're doing something like Sims and it's only Sims, or like Sims, Stardew Valley, whatever fairly low-key games, your computer will last you much longer. If you have any desire to play AAA, that's where it starts becoming expensive. If you want to stream, if you want to record videos, all of those things add to the cost. But yeah, feel free to drop comments in the Discord if you want help with computer stuff. When The Sims 4 comes out, you play it on a MacBook. Yeah, so what you're seeing on my Sims now, these exact graphic settings, I can run on my MacBook. My MacBook is like a base model MacBook. You don't need a good computer to run Sims. The problem is when you have mods. Mods, custom content, very significantly weigh down Sims. I mean, some patterns are starting to emerge on this poll. I don't think there's really enough votes, though. Some of you will know what's the term for when you're like the number of participants is too low for anything to be statistically significant. Sims is not the best optimized game, to be honest. This is true. You bought a new PC for Sims with 14 terabytes of space. What? That's nuts. Like, I've got a lot of storage on mine, but 14 terabytes is a lot of storage. How much have I got in mine? Dubiously, I have 6. But one of those is an archive drive. I have 3 lots of 2, but one is an archive drive that's just full of zipped old files. And one of them is all my music software, and I have over a terabyte's worth of music stuff. Takes up a lot of space. Willower, pro tip, slightly changing the angle and perspective of the camera prompts the game to run faster. Interesting. Presumably the more, I was going to say the more zoomed in you are, the better it would perform. But it would be a balance between unloading things that aren't in the viewport and rendering higher textures, because obviously, like, you're not seeing a lot of the environment, so it can get unloaded here but then you're also seeing the highest quality version of the textures. But if you zoom out, you're obviously seeing lower quality versions of the textures, lower quality lighting. Like, you can see it pop. I don't know if you can you see it on stream? Let's see if I can trigger it again. There's like a certain zoom where you can see the text. There you go. You see it? See the lighting pop between these two zooms? But yeah, so the more you zoom out, the like lower quality the game is. You just can't tell because you're zoomed out. But then obviously it's having to load more things. Game dev. You have 2 terabytes and you're still good. Nice. Honey, you make Machinimas 2 desperately need the space. Yeah, videos take up a lot of space, particularly like high resolution videos or like lossless video. Oh goodness. You know, a lot of lossless videos, like a gigabyte a minute plus. Very easy to fill up space. You have 26,000 pieces of custom content. Excuse me? What? Okay, that needs explaining. How? How do you have that much custom content? Willow, specifically in live mode, not really in build. Interesting. Oh. I got very distracted. What were we doing? Goodness me. I was trying to find like a dresser, like a sideboard, like a kitchen sideboard. We did find them at one point, and I can't remember what they were under. Because they do exist, and every time I've gone looking for them, every time I've looked, I can't find them because I can't remember what they're called to search for them. This is what I'm after, and I know that they exist. There we go. What are they describing them at? They're calling them hutches. There we go. It's like, okay. That is enormous. It's much too large. Keyword search hutch. Yeah, thank you. I just couldn't remember what they called them. You like your Sims to live the life you can't afford. Yeah, but you need 26,000 pieces of custom content for that. That's an insane amount of custom content. So much. Goodness me. That is some dedication to burning your computer out. I will grant you that. A for effort. What do people think? I'm kind of leaning towards the right-hand side because it's a little more understated, maybe. I don't know if it's just because the wood is a touch darker. Once you start downloading CC, it's impossible to stop. See, right. Yes, I 100% get that. My main issue when I start customizing games is I then start wanting to make custom content. So I'm like, I really like this wallpaper, but I wish it was a bit more like this. And then I find one that's like a bit the other side. So I'm like, I really want one that's kind of between here and here. So I just end up making it. And that's when I get in trouble. Because as soon as I start making custom content for a game, I stop playing the game. All I end up doing is I boot up the game and I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I could do this? And then I go and do that. And then I end up never playing. It's an issue. I did that with Sims 3. I did that with Fate. I did that with Morrowind and Oblivion. I managed to avoid it on Skyrim. But yeah. Is what it is. It's why I kind of want to go back to making games again, because I do miss that. Presume we can't fit one at the end here now. No. We feeling the hutch or are we feeling the side table? I'm wondering about trying to pull the table back into the room, and then we put the side table at the end and put the hutch here. Oops. Although I might grab the hutch. I get it a little bit closer to the side. I don't know, I'm less sold on the hutch. Maybe the hutch should be... No, the hutch would be in this room, right? What's it intersecting with? Is it intersecting with lights? Yeah, it's intersecting with lights. Would the hutch be in the dining room? Would you'd pack it away into the same room, or would you pack it away into a different room? You'd pack it away into the same room, I think. What did you have for dinner, Rose? Faye, you would love to make custom content, you just don't have the skill. Blender scares you. Yeah, texturing was what I used to do predominantly. So on Sims it was texturing. A lot of texturing on Sims. On Fate it was texturing and items. On Morrowind it was... I think largely retexturing stuff. On Oblivion, it was quests, worlds, content. It was like world building stuff. I had a whole other world. So, you know, I can't really talk about that because that's spoilers. There are quests in Oblivion that take you to other dimensions, and there is a whole world to explore in this other dimension. I riffed off that idea when I made custom content for Oblivion. I think that's as close to I can talk about it without spoilers. Same room. All right, thank you, Faye. Hey, Cool Melody, how you doing today? I'm sorry it took me a sec to reply. Lots of different chats to keep an eye on. We've really not made a lot of progress today. We've just been chit-chatting for most of the stream. Not complaining. Absolutely not complaining. Always like chatting with you all. Is there a like a black on black? No, but there is a grey. You are good. What am I doing? I'm building a new house for our latest sim. It's a shame that there aren't corner pieces for this. That would be nice. I'm wondering if I pull this in. I think having it against the edge is a bit much. I think that's nicer. Question is that going to be too short? No, I think that looks okay. I do then want to do the same thing up here, I think. You wish you had your patience when building, because it really does pay off. Thank you. I think it comes from building the really huge things in Minecraft. For those that are unaware, I used to stream Minecraft pretty much full time, like a decade ago. And where's it gone? I used to make obnoxiously large builds. They weren't good builds, they were just really big builds. But obviously there's a degree in patience when you're building something that, for example, takes 200 hours to build a gate. You know, not even the full castle, just 200 hours to build a gate. You know, you need a level of patience for that. Did I play Sims back in like the 2010s? I played Sims pretty much non-stop. Not non-stop, like I played all of the Sims games, particularly Sims 3. I stopped playing Sims when I played Sims 4 for about a week, maybe. Must have been maybe a little longer than that when it first came out, and didn't like it at all, and that was it. I just stopped playing Sims. I didn't come back to Sims until I started streaming it this time around. The library's roof. Yeah, I'm getting there with the library roof. I just, like, I would rather spend some time kind of toiling over something that I don't feel is matching my expectations than just kind of put out something that I'm not happy with. You know? And sometimes that just means it takes me a little longer to finish things. But when there's no rush, like there's no rush to get any of this finished, then why not? You want to watch Minecraft vids? Okay. You're on the wrong stream if you want to watch Minecraft. We do play Minecraft, we just play Minecraft off stream. Magic like when you swam up the hill, exactly. Hey Kenny, welcome back. You're sure that there are others that are very glad you came back? Yeah, honestly. We've had a few emotional moments on stream about it. So many people say that about Sims 4. It was just universally hated for a while. Yeah, it came from me having played like thousands of hours of Sims 3, and I was really into customizing my housing and like making my own textures for stuff. And, you know, I'd overtaken a whole world. I'd like converted an entire open world area into like all the shops were my own, all the houses were my own. Like we'd kind of embedded kind of custom families all over the place. You know, gone really in depth in like customizing it, right? And then Sims 4 came out and it was so restricted, like so restricted. And it was just, apart from visually, immediately I really liked the visuals of Sims 4. I still really like the visuals of Sims 4. I really liked the visuals when it came out. So visual upgrade, yes. Everything else felt like a downgrade. Like literally everything else. So I tried to stick with it. I'm just like, I can't keep playing this. It's not the same game. Is what it is. But yeah, and then I spent years away from it, and I was like, you know what, I need to give it another shot. And there was a bunch of sales on, like back to back, and I managed to pick up a few of the packs that were kind of described. The way that they were described made it sound like they might fix some of the issues that I had with Sims, and they did. And that was that. Just got a few of the DLC that just fixed some of the issues I had with Sims. They let me play Sims the way that I wanted to play, and the rest is history. The number of loading screens is a bit much. Yeah, I'm not having pause. You've been playing Sims for almost a year now. Nice. When you do Sims 3 and travel to work, you're always like shocked. Yeah? Hey Mia. Still find how Sims was created pretty cool. It really is. Try and drink my empty drink. Maybe just hydrate. The Sims has been a hyperfixation. Has been your hyperfixation for forever. You even played all the weird DS versions.
You think 2 will be your favorite? What's my favorite video game of all time? Well, we've kind of had this discussion previously in terms of how do you define favorite game? Because it's a very important distinction that needs to be made before you can make that decision, because there are different ways to define favorite. Arthur just getting involved. Oh, buddy, what are you doing? Hi. There's a fire and you can only save 1 for the rest of your life. Okay, so you're going to largely... One sec, can't see the cat. Sounds like someone who's indecisive. No. So, when we've talked about this before, you can effectively break it down into 2 categories of favorite. There are your favorite ones the first time you played them, and there are your favorite ones that you would keep playing, and they are very rarely the same game. So, for example, I don't know that anybody would say that the game that they had the most fun on when they played it the first time was League of Legends. But there are a lot of people that will play thousands of hours of League of Legends. Swap that round. Take something like BioShock, which is one of mine. BioShock, the first time you play that, the story is just intense, but you wouldn't keep playing BioShock on loop over and over and over again. You know? That doesn't mean that one is better than the other. Like a short story game that's a really intense story, makes you feel all sorts of things, makes you cry, that should be rated separately to ones that you can keep playing. So when people ask what my favorite is, I'm like, which of these categories are we talking about? Because BioShock is one of my all-time favorite games. Like the first time I played BioShock was an emotional journey. I really enjoyed that. But I have literally tens of thousands of hours in Minecraft. You know? But I'm rating them on very different experiences. Now you don't know who you are anymore because you haven't figured out what your would play over and over again game is. So the games that I've sunk the most time into would be Minecraft, Sims, RuneScape. Minecraft, Sims, RuneScape. What are the other ones I've spent the most time on? Those 3 are definitely in the top 5 for sure. I don't know past that, but they are all ones that I have like 1,000+ hours on. Your 2 games is Tomb Raider or Need for Speed, and your calm game is Sims. You love BioShock, made it your mission to get the Platinum Trophy and all of them. Nice. The game you have the most hours on is Guild Wars 2, and then nothing for a while, then Sims 4, Stardew Valley. Yeah, I actually don't have that many. Oh, that's not true. I was going to say I don't have that many hours on Stardew, but my hours are split between different platforms. So, maybe. Need for Speed is one of yours. Interesting, Annie. Yeah, I've probably only got a couple of 100 hours on Stardew. It must be more than that. I reckon I've probably got a couple of 100 on Switch and a couple of 100 on PC. Maybe. Terraria. Also got a lot of hours on Terraria. Not over 1,000 though. You love cars, what can you say? Yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, but for me, personally, in terms of replayability, Minecraft. It has to be Minecraft. Like, I absolutely love Sims. I'm really enjoying playing Sims on stream for sure. But if I could only play one game forever, it would be Minecraft, because you could just build a massive, endless world, continuously making it bigger and bigger. It's Lego. It's virtual Lego, and that tickles my brain in a way that no other game does. Particularly if I got back into modding it and like adding my own things to it. Yes, please. Best experience first time, Witcher 3. Oh, man. I need to give Witcher 3 another try. I played Witcher 1. I liked Witcher 1. Witcher 1 was good. That's about all I can say about it. Witcher 2. I really enjoyed Witcher 2. Thought it was a fun game. Not my favorite, but I thought it was fun. Witcher 3, I have tried like 4 times, and every time I play it, the combat grates so much. I can't get past how much I dislike the combat in Witcher 3. It just feels super clunky. I don't know if that's just because I came from other games at the time. I need to give it another go. But yeah. Like, I was so hyped for The Witcher 3 because I did really enjoy Witcher 2, and Witcher 3 just seemed like a massive upgrade to Witcher 2, and just couldn't get past the first few rounds of combat every time. It just locked me out of it. Hi broski, how you doing? You have a stupid amount of hours in Final Fantasy 15. Is that the online one? If you could choose one of your top favorites to become a movie or series, what would you choose? Oof. To become a movie or a series? Okay, well, it'd be a series first. Because I prefer the pacing of series where it's generally, they can take their time for character development. They don't have to rush through stuff. There doesn't have to be constant action. So it'd be a series. Let me ponder on that for a second. You don't like the art style of Minecraft. You can customize the art style of Minecraft, but I get that. I think you do see past it once you've been playing for a while. The next Witcher is coming out. Oh, really? That's a really good question. What would I turn into, a movie or a series? I do like how I fully just stopped building. I'm just too distracted. Chatting with you all. Oops. What would I make a movie or a series out of? Can I say my own universe? My own games? That's a really hard one. Oh, okay, so a BioShock film would be good. If they made BioShock as a series, I think it would ruin it, because they would be adding too much content that wasn't there in the game. And if they make a BioShock film, it needs to be the first game, and it needs to start at the same point and end at the same point. It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine where they change like where the story starts and ends in films. I'm like, no, but that's why they worked. Don't take the bit that was good about the game and then change it. This is one of your favorites of mine. Yeah, a lot of people like L. It's not called L anymore. What's this album called? It's like Calm or something. Forgetting the names of my own music. Cozy, it's called Cozy. You think a live-action D&D series would be awesome? Yes. I think a live-action D&D series would be incredibly difficult. I think it would have to be action comedy with a very heavy focus on comedy, otherwise it wouldn't work. like the film, right? It would have to be that sort of kind of slapstick, I think, for it to work in a way that it could be extended. And you could have it as like short series, like, I don't know, 6 episodes a series, and have each series as a campaign. I think that would work quite well, because then you could also rotate characters in and out. And, you know, if you did silly things like you had whoever is the narrator for the series, who then, like, it's them in lots of different outfits as all the NPCs and stuff like that. You know, if you were prepared for it to be funny, it could be very funny. But yeah, you would need to do it in series, if nothing else, because you want to be able to stop when you run out of steam. So if you write it in groups, it should work better. You'll catch you later. You're off to shower and do makeup. No worries, Mia. Enjoy. Hello, Corom. Hi. Rain is your favorite song by me. Rain. Which album's that on? Is that on North?
Hey Britt, how you doing today?
BioShock as a trilogy. You heard rumors of a 4th, but you won't hold your breath would be fantastic. But the actual story part of BioShock, the first BioShock, is really short. It's just massively extended through gameplay. Like, the actual story is very short, so I think anything past 1 film, they're adding content where there shouldn't be. What other games do I play? I just play Sims. If I've missed anybody's comments, please do let me know. It's the song I use for my BR right back screen. I don't use a specific song. The playlist just loops, Kenny. Hi Rhonda, how you doing today? Britt, not bad. You're on the bus on the way home from work. Got 4 days off now. Nice. Catherine, you should probably go and make dinner soon, but you used all of your spoons by going to a Highland Cow experience. Nice. Were they adorable? So now you just want to rot on the sofa. That is a mood. Right, lovely people of the stream, that was my break alarm, so I'm going to take a 3-minute break, and then we'll probably just chat till the end of the stream, I reckon, at this point. But yeah, I'll be back in 3 minutes. Be right back. Hola. Hello, everyone. Slacking on the building today. I absolutely am. We started well, and it's petered out because we've been having fun chit chatting. Yeah. But you know, the chatting is my preference anyway. I would much rather sit and have a little natter than yeah, spend the whole time building. Let's be real. The Sims is just something to keep me occupied. Keep my... Okay, I'm not going to word it that way again. You guys took the mick out of me for wording it that way last time. Is something to keep me busy while we chat. Like, it's not... The Sims itself is not really the focus, is it? You keep seeing people predicting a new roadmap. What do you mean, Brett? Sorry, you have so much to say. No, I would absolutely prefer you to just give me reasons not to play the game. Just keep chatting. My posture is so bad at the moment. You sent me the Witcher 4 announcement thing on Instagram. Thank you. I will have a look after the stream. A new Sims roadmap with hints at the new stuff coming. Oh, nice. What are you saying again to any? Right, presumably we do want a TV unit of some description. I really wish there was a way to save filters. Having to do the same filters over and over again is frustrating. Oh, you've been tagged. Yeah, all of the peep stuff gets filtered out from my chat so that I don't get kind of spammed constantly with it. It is already challenging keeping on top of the many chat windows. Don't need to add to that. I am really enjoying that the poll is just like wildly flip-flopping all over the place. The thing that was at the bottom is now at the top. So it's been really helpful. It's kind of the wrong way around. They're going to be able to squeeze past that. Kind of wondering whether we shouldn't have a TV, to be honest. It's like practically we should have a TV, but also like I guess they wouldn't have one in this sort of house. Also, I guess purple and brown is the vibe. Were you able to figure out merging the chats together earlier? Well, so red and purple apps are always together. The other app is currently separate, but there was one point where all three were merging correctly, but TikTok kept breaking. So I just have two windows up now. How long is the poll going for? Originally,
I had been intending to run it until I had got a sufficient number of votes. But yeah, I don't know. There's not a huge number of people responding to it, so I don't know how much point there is in it at all, you know. Justice for the plant game and peeps. Yeah, this is what I mean though, is like each time I've pushed it, each time I've updated it, there has been a wildly different order. So what I may need to do is remove options, like narrow the options very significantly and see what people pick. It's another worry for another day. Don't ask, because I don't know what that was. Right, let's put the bar outside for now. How can we make this make sense as a lounge? You know what? A chimney would probably make sense, right? We do have a gap here where a chimney could go. Maybe not overcomplicate it with a fireplace for the now. For the now? Do I use BB move objects? No. No sheets. You really like the purple, thank you. I'm back to the outside. My Scottish side coming through. Pardon? Where was my Scottish side coming through? What did I say? I mean, maybe we just don't have... Maybe we just don't have big sofas. I just don't like how cramped this is. Okay. We've got to be able to rearrange this room in a way that makes more sense. Where is it? Where is what? Pardon? Oh, you came for the poll. What? What do you mean you came for the poll? Did you... I mean, I've been linking the poll everywhere. It's in the Discord, it's in the streams. It's funny that like there's a bunch of you playing Peeps, and yet Peeps is like bottom of the bottom of the poll right now. Okay, how are we going to arrange this lounge? So, okay, space saving things. We could put the TV on the wall. It doesn't need to be a big TV. It doesn't need to be a big TV. That is really far out from the wall. Have the TV just slightly overlap the windows. It's not the worst thing ever. I mean, we don't need a TV, do we? I also kind of want to split the room into two. Living chairs. Is there a matching chair to go with this set? Is that the same?
Yes. Okay. Right. So we might be able to do it without the 3-person at all. So we could, for example, have these facing inwards and just have it as like a sitting space. Apart from we can't because it clashes with the door. Okay. It was a nice idea. Cinnamon rolls for you. Wait, what? Where's mine? It's mine. That was like a hospital TV. It was. Your peep is gonna look absolutely hideous if this keeps going. Good days. You remember those days playing outside every day. You got it. Katie, refreshing to see someone building with 0 cheats. Although you love some good CC. Thank you for the sticker, Sally. Why I don't use the move objects cheat? Because when we were like as we've been playing, we've been deciding rules for the playthrough. So it's a custom legacy playthrough. I just started playing, right? I wasn't like trying to stick to specific rules. I wasn't trying to do anything specific. I was just like, I'm just going to play Sims. And I didn't want to play with cheats. Like I wanted to earn the money legitimately. I didn't want to use custom content because the game was new. So I didn't need custom content. I'm still discovering all the base content. And similarly, because I've only just started playing the game, I don't need mods, right? So that just became part of the rules for this playthrough. No mods, no cheats, no CC. So by the time I'd been playing it long enough that people were like, oh, you should use BB move objects. And I'm like, what's that? And like, oh, it's a cheat. I'm like, oh, well, we're not using any cheats. So yeah, that's why. I think this works. That sections the room off. It's not a huge house. We don't need loads of space. TV on the inside wall, couches, chairs around, two chair sitting area, chess set in front of the other windows. I didn't follow any of that. Also, it was being weird. No. Dalaman. Hi. Hi. How you doing today? You can customize your little character like that. Not the Rudolph nose. Or your sim got the your peep got the Rudolph nose. You made your own legacy challenge, like wrote out rules and lore for every generation.
Save your game.
But don't even follow the rules yourself. Yeah, no, I have an official set of rules for this, which get us into some trouble sometimes. But that's kind of part of the point. Or what you've done. Yeah, sorry, Katie. Did I thank you for the follow? Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm not... just trying to think what else you'd put in this space. This feels like a very modern living room arrangement. Does that make sense? Because the focus is the TV, and living rooms didn't used to do that. They used to have the focus being a table, usually because you were talking across the table, or they would have it kind of diagonally crossing paths across a fireplace. What we could do is put a fireplace like here, because that would then fill in this weird gap here. So we could put a fireplace here potentially. I think I'm inclined to put a fireplace. I just don't know whether a house... I mean, I guess a lot of the others have chimneys. So... Do we put a fireplace? Can you change the gender of your peep? Your peeps are ungendered. You can make it look feminine or masculine by changing the outfits. That is it. In the list of things that in the poll, the option for peeps includes the rework that I was in the process of doing. That would have 2 body types. But yeah, currently that's the least selected option, so guess that's not happening. You don't see move objects as a cheat, even though it is. You don't use money cheats. Yeah, the only time that we used the money cheat was when the game stole a bunch of money from us, and we couldn't figure out why. Just suddenly took a bunch of money, and we're like, okay. So yeah, we just cheated the money back in that it had taken. Right, we should probably filter this again. I really do wish you could save filters. It'd be such a good quality of life update. Yeah, that is enormous. That's probably going to be the only one that's sufficiently small. Also, kind of in the wrong place. Place fireflies? When does that mean a thing? Interesting. Yeah, so do we do chimneys as just like a room, or because presumably we can't just extend these, so we have to like do a room the whole way up. Is that right? Like we can't just stack chimneys. Can you tell I'm new to Sims? Yeah, so that's like the top bit. So we then have to do a wall, right? It'd be like here. And then we extend this up and then we put a chimney on top. 2 by 1. You just want to be your blindingly pale self. Yeah. That's part of the problem with the current peeps. So I cannot fix any of the problems with the current peeps because the version that we're running on the stream is the version that is currently on Steam. And I can't update that because I accidentally forgot to... I overwrote the backup of the version that's on Steam. So my development versions of the game are either a bunch before the version that's on Steam or the halfway into making the new version. So all of the errors that you're having right now wouldn't be there in the new version because the new version is handling stuff slightly differently. But I literally cannot change the current version of Peeps. So it either... Thank you. Well timed. Well timed. Yeah. So it either stays exactly as it is forever, or I make a new version. That was very well timed. Thank you, Sally. Oh dear. Your Peep Stop is showing Christmas vibes. Yeah, I mean, there are a bunch of seasonal items. So I used to make new items for Peeps fairly regularly on top of streaming. Like, we just added new items all the time, and we like ran seasonal events. And like there were colored versions of some of the items you could only get during the events and all that sort of stuff. It was really good. And then obviously I started reworking it, lost the current version, and now I can't edit it anymore. So yeah, so we're stuck on this version unless you guys want me to focus that it is this version indefinitely now. Anybody got any suggestions for this? Because as far as I can tell, this is then just the wrong size. Is that how it's supposed to be? Like, am I being daft? Or is it just the wrong size? Stream time is almost over, right? Yeah, sadly. You don't think the style is right. The size is fine if sized. You don't think the style is right. If the size is fine if it's sized up. No, the size is huge. You see Lil Simsy get rid of the ceiling on the top and then resize to be inside, kinda. Oh, what's the advantage of that? You're not good with the chimney. Don't worry, you're not the only one. It looks like all the chimneys are just smaller than the space that they're designed to go into, which just seems like an odd choice. I guess you're supposed to like hide them behind a roof, right? Is the thing. Like they're supposed to be like that. And ours just looks weird because that's not what we're doing. Okay, so it looks like it's probably supposed to be this one. That look vaguely like it matches. Stop moving. I'll tell you what though, actually, if we leave it as that and then we do, it's not quite the same color, is it? Okay, what if we do it as this and then we do... No, that doesn't really work either. Okay, do we have a stone? Rock and stone. Masonry. Oh, I do make some weird sounds on stream. That's close, right? Close. Question. The question is really... not is it close, is it close enough? Oops, that went somewhere that it wasn't supposed to. Okay, so if we do this and then we do a half wall like that maybe, and then half wall trims. Change that to a stone trim. Like this. It's a little bit there that I can't click on. There you go. Does that look close enough? Build a wall around it, have it... Oh. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, I was doing what you were saying. I just wasn't keeping an eye on the chat. Replace. You think a bit higher. Like that? You think because it's in front of the red roof, it pops out weirdly. So if we look at this from like fully up. I mean, it should probably be a bit taller, but it does kind of look weird, doesn't it? These windows are going to have to move as well. Oh, and it kind of blocks these windows. Because then the windows like... Are we going to have a really dramatic rework of the shape of the house to accommodate for a chimney? Rawr. Thank you, Sally. Oh... Just dying a little bit inside. The chimney is fine. The chimney doesn't look great. Like, it needs to be a little bit higher, but we can fix that with like platforms, right? But this is insane. Like, the window is half covered by the chimney. That, oh my goodness, Sims and your camera angles. Too high or too low? Can we just have it in the middle, please? No, we can't, because that's forbidden camera heights. Good grief. Genuinely realistic if it was added after. Would it have been added after, though? Wouldn't it have been all added at the same time? Okay. Just deep breaths. You've seen houses with blocked windows in some silly ways. This is true. My parents' house has a window blocked in a very silly way.
It's squashed in the corner between two other walls. It's like this tiny little
corner peek out window. Landlord special by Stanley. Yes, but you wouldn't design a house that way. Those weird windows come around from additions. You extend, you add, and you have to work around what's already there. Whereas if you're building a new place from scratch, you don't have that issue. You don't have that issue. Yeah. It's stressing me out. And I'm gonna not even worry about it today. We can deal with this tomorrow. You added a chimney after the main building. You think that counts? Yeah, but it's because we're designing the building still. You could extend the wall out a bit. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'll do. I'm just gonna change the shape of the house again. But that's a tomorrow job. You're off. No worries, Annie. I'm just wrapping up anyway. I'm gonna have a dream. Yeah, just like dreaming of all the Sims problems. Like, how am I gonna build this? What am I gonna build? What color is it gonna be? How do I get around this weird chimney shape? Yeah. Slowly taking over. But yeah, seeing as we're kind of finishing up with that stuff, if anybody has any, I am just gonna keep harping on about it because I care what you guys think. Like, it's the only reason I keep spamming the link. And, you know, you've all expressed enough interest in enough of the things that I think probably it doesn't matter which I do. Because none of them have got, like, only one vote. Do you know what I mean? Like, none of them are, like, way down at the bottom. So there's been a reasonably even spread of the stuff. Hi, Ramon. Thank you for the stickers. But yeah, if any of you have any questions about any of the options from the poll, now's the time to ask. Hit me up. Is there any reason for any of the particular emotes that you're sending, Ramon? Because it's a curious mix. It's a cat, Gigi, a pepper, like a spicy pepper, and looks like a candy floss heart. An interesting mix. You dream the weirdest stuff. Yeah. I think I would be judged quite heavily for how bizarre some of my dreams get. You were going to decipher those, but you're stumped. Yeah? What, your dreams? You're just randomly sending them, Ramon. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. I appreciate the randomness. Oh, the emotes got you. Got you, Faye. Got you, Faye. Yeah, it has been funny watching the results. The polls. I was going to say something about them, and I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. Nope, it's gone. Do let us know the end result. Oh, of course. Like, whatever I end up actually deciding to do, I will let you know. You're all for new music. Okay, so would you like to hear my new music? So music's a bit of a weird one. And there are a couple of those options that could be removed because they could be collapsed into some of the other options. Oh, hi, Arthur. Is Java only for PC? Arthur just... Hello? Arthur just muted my headset. Thanks, Arthur. Yeah, so I can show you my new music. So I've got about an album's worth of music that I've been pottering with. But most of that is old music. I have written one new song, which I have played on the stream. Let me just find it. But so, for example, the plant game and the block game would both come with more lo-fi music, because that's the music that would be in the background. So I would just release that all as is. Invincible? What do you mean, Ramon? Invincible, the first one. Oh, hi, Arthur. Hey, Jake. He's too cute. Yeah, so Java Minecraft is for Windows and Mac. Java Minecraft doesn't run on consoles. Okay, let me show you the new song. But yeah, so we wouldn't necessarily need, like I wouldn't necessarily need to dedicate my time to lo-fi for there to be more music. So the music could be removed as an option. For example, Arthur's just being crazy about myself. Did I make the music? Yeah. This is my latest one. I was trying to make some more sleepy lo-fi. TikTok's cutting your messages. Oh, that's not good. Ramon. Is he off? He was prepping like he was going to jump away and then didn't. Yeah, so the music could be removed because the music would be part of the plant game. The music would be part of the RPG game. The music could be a part of Peeps because there's a game side of Peeps. So there's that. The fantasy book series is obviously like Tales from My World, right? But if I do, so the plant game would have some story from my world, obviously quite a small amount. But the block RPG, it would be the same story. If I invest in doing more in the Minecraft server, then like if that's my focus, then I would probably just end up building a story world in the server so that you could play through some of the story that would otherwise be in my own games or my music or whatever. Music or my books. Do you get what I mean? Do I write under my real name? No, I would write under my real name. I would, yeah, but release it all under the same, like series brand, for lack of a better description, though. But yeah. And of course, things like doing the short form videos, if the stream goes well, that might be the kind of thing that I just like take popular clips from the community, because I don't know if you've noticed on the Purple app there's now a like clip leaderboard. So for you guys, like the community, you can make clips of my stream, and the most popular, so it like say Faye makes a bunch of clips, Sally makes a bunch of clips, Honey makes a bunch of clips, they get like rated, and whoever's like leading, like there's a leaderboard for that appears in the chat, but so that naturally shows me which of the clips are going well, and it could just be that I then just upload those to social media. So, you know, there are ways around it. I am live on that platform, yes. Jake, your lives help your workday go smoother. Oh, I'm glad to be of service. You're always up for more books, but you know it's a huge project. Yeah. It's one of my biggest issues with the books is A, where to start. Sorry, I should probably turn the music down a bit now that we've played it once. Yeah, my biggest issue with the books would be knowing where to start, because I have a bunch of stories from my world that were written for a lot of different things. Because previously, hi Toxic Fizz, previously all of my games and all of my music and all of my writing and everything was all in the same universe. So the stories were like meshed together, you know. And there's a lot of it. So if I was to write books, I would have to be isolating some of those stories, because otherwise it would just be absolutely insane as a book. That makes sense? You don't really want to be reading a story that's about, you know, 20 different main characters. And there isn't a main character. Apart from one of my stories, there isn't really a main character in most of the other ones, like even the games. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. There's always options for short stories as a book. Yeah, so there are ways of me combining things, which is always a possibility. But writing lots of short stories from the universe, so just like little pockets of lore, is an option. And you know, you could always do things just like releasing PDFs of them as I'm writing them before there's enough to write a book, and then just releasing collections of short stories from the world. But then you've got the same thing of you could release those short stories as quests in a game, or, you know, I could make videos for social media about them, you know, like narrating short stories, or like, you know, small animations, or like a podcast or whatever. Who's my favorite author? Oh, that's a hard question to answer. By volume of books, one would guess Stephen King. So you can't really see, but like this is a shelf. This is like 2 books deep. This is like 2 books deep of kind of romantic-y stuff, and then there's all my Dungeons and Dragons. And there's comedy over here, and then there's like Lord of the Rings and that sort of stuff, and a bunch of my notebooks from my universe. That shelf is just Game of Thrones. But that is 2 books deep. That is 2 layers of books of Stephen King, and only Stephen King. And then I have more Stephen King next door. So I wouldn't say he's my favorite, but he has a range. And I quite like horror, and I find a lot of horror to just be very dull. Yeah, I think that applies more to films than anything else. I think there's too much of an emphasis on... Okay, in my opinion, I really like horror that is very lore deep, like really intense story. There's a lot of like, this is why this is that way, this is what's going on in the background. Like, you know what I mean? Like very character, very story-centric horror. I'm much less a fan of this like constant jump scare horror, you know? And there's not a lot of that. And I think Stephen King does that very well. Got something in my eye. You kind of disagree, to be honest. With what? Chris. Goodness me. I think Guillermo del Toro, some of his works or the things that he's collaborated on have ended up quite well. Quite good. Still not seen a lot of his stuff though. But I get good vibes from the few things I have seen of his. Good spook. You feel like too much lore can diminish good horror. Like with Halloween. Okay, but Halloween is different because things like Halloween are dubiously what we would call like kind of, no, it's not, but they're like slasher horror, right? Which is different. Rubbing the wrong way to get something out of my eye. I mean, it's out of my eye. I think slasher horror doesn't need to be lore deep. And like obviously stuff like camp horror and all the rest of it, like not every genre of horror, but like the horror that I enjoy the most hugely is the lore intense horror. Obviously, you know, the odd slasher or camp horror can be quite fun, but yeah, I've run way past my time. I need to close up for today. I was kind of hoping, like there were a few people on my raid list who I thought were going live today. They're not, which is frustrating. But yeah, thank you all very much for the random chin wag at the end of the stream. Hopefully some of you are familiar with that phrase. But yeah, as always, I will be around in the Discord. Those who are new, I stream 5 days a week, Tuesday to Saturday for 3 hours. So I stop at 7. It's 20 past 7 now. I've run over. So I start like 3 hours ago in whatever time zone you're in. All of the music you're listening to is mine. Let's stop this one from looping. But that's the new song. You can listen to the music on whatever platform you listen to music on. I have a small game on Steam if you're interested called Samley's Merge. And otherwise, hopefully I will see some of you wonderful people again tomorrow. Thanks all for coming. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.